been
anything synthwave makes me want to fight cyber commandos.
I like that. And that's what I was shooting for. I was shooting for our future audience to just want to kill each other while they listen.
While they're fighting cyber commandos.
Yeah, so from now on, our exit out should just be, grab up on that murder train.
What?
I got you.
Is that like, oh shit, he's got a rifle.
You guys go ahead. I'll take out the commandos now.
You got our 6. Could you put that in writing, sir? Because I don't feel like we're really on the run.
Here.
Wow. Hold on.
There
I gotta look at it. I got your 6. Thank you for typing that in the private chat. And
it's in writing.
Welcome to Nerdentials, your weekly dose of the nerdy essentials covering film, TV, video games, and comic books. I'm your host, Joe Tweeden, and joining me right up front and center, could not get away from him enough in this moment, my co-op couch partner for life, the ever-yawning lack of oxygenation, Nick Thomas. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. You seem a little short on the wind, and I don't mean because you've been running. I just you feel like you're breathing a little too slow. You know that's how yawning comes, right?
A lack of oxygen to the brain.
Yes. So many people attribute that to being tired. Sometimes it's just simply you're so deep in thought you're not taking deep enough breaths continuously. One person who seems to not be suffering from that, but is yet probably playing with a fidget on his own desk. We have the effervescent, sexy stash, Kuhn Cannon himself, Mr. Ryan Kuhn. Welcome, sir.
I was trying to stack nickels. Standing up.
If nickels are your form of fidget, to each his own.
If I could do it, I'll be a legend.
Yeah, well, I hope you capture that on film at some point.
He'll be a legend. Wait for it. Dairy.
Something about lactose intolerance.
I've got the playbook somewhere around here.
Oh, do you actually have the Barney Stinson playbook?
Yeah, it's written by Matt Kuhn. Of course I do.
You know what's Matt Kuhn? You know, oh my God, you have it. Hold it up for everyone to see. Oh my God, the bro code. Holy shit!
I have the bro code too. I just don't know where the fuck it is. But this is the playbook.
It's got to be in there somewhere. He disconnected again.
He did it again.
He dropped the book.
Welcome back, sir.
You dropped the book on your keyboard
again.
I was like, you're like, I got it somewhere here, and you're holding it, and you drop it. And oh, there he goes again. Woo. Beautiful, beautiful way to open up the show, sir. Quick little bit of housekeeping.
So, what are we doing today?
Well, bold of you to assume I wasn't. Oh, was that? Oh, that was your pointer. That was your index. And we're gonna leave Kuhn down there because we don't know when he's gonna disappear next.
I don't know when I'm gonna disappear next.
That's no slight against you, sir. It happens, but damn, twice in one night. For all you fans out there and Patreon viewers, we record all segments in one night. Crazy, sorry behind the scenes, but good Lord. This happened on our last episode. He disappeared on us during Movie Matters. And we're on TV Talk, and Nick, and a quick little bit of housekeeping, just for anyone that didn't see the last episode this week. If you're new to the channel, guess what? We are not just on YouTube. We are sorry for the William Shatner thing. It wasn't intentional. I was kind of collecting my thoughts at the same time. Guys, we are in podcast form wherever podcasts are found, typically either on Apple Music, Google Play, Spotify. You Google us and you'll find Nerdentials podcast somewhere. You will find it. And also, we're on YouTube, both in video and audio form. And right now we have 2 YouTube channels, 2 key channels you should pay attention to: Nerdentials Gaming and Nerdentials Podcast. Subscribe to both if they tickle your fancy. Nick?
We enjoy being Googled vigorously.
Dude, I'm Googled too much.
In the words of a fabled old friend, it's worth the Google. I know. No amount of scarred past will tear me away from classic phrases. I keep those close to my chest. That being said, guys, YouTube, audio and video. That pause was way too long. I apologize. But that being said, guys, we also have written articles of all this stuff, including all links and social media, all in one site called nerdentialsmedia.com. .com. That's right, nerdentialsmedia.com. As Ryan, in video form, strokes his mustache
.com.
in a slightly maniacal sort of way. But guys, thanks for joining us. You have made it to podcast episode 121. Say what? Episode 121. And the particular topic tonight, guys, happens to be, assuming this is Wednesday, it should be, this is your TV.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Oh shit, it's Wednesday and we're all wearing the same shit, it's only if you watch this on Monday, but honestly
though, it's not that out of the realm for me because I wear black all the time. Who knows if this is the same shit I was wearing 2 days ago? You don't. I don't.
What? Ryan, what you're wearing, albeit no criticism or slant against anything you or otherwise, but it is awfully generic and black.
Exactly.
So
I generally go in white, black, or gray.
And you know what? I have a plethora of t-shirts. I really need to get a wide camera, a cam where I'm further away, so you can see that I'm wearing
Jack Skellington.
This whole thing. It's a Halloween
I imagine
shirt.
The moon is kind of yellowish green.
Yeah, well, everything that you can't see. Yep.
That's actually really cool. I'm not gonna lie.
It's actually green. The whole thing is green.
Oh, that reminds me. I'm gonna get a green screen and wear all green except for my head.
Perfect. Do that for Halloween. Do that.
It'll be great.
Or randomly. I mean, do it for any and all things, but like Halloween would be a perfect time to do that for sure. And I'm actually shocked. Oh,
I'm here.
Nick's not doing green screen, so that's why Grogu, Baby Yoda, is in full view. I'm like, hey, his green's still. Oh yeah, Nick's doesn't have green screen up.
Yeah, we're
so
poor.
No, it's just so it's all there. It's not about poor or rich or favorable. Anyway, all right, we've gone on long enough. Sorry, guys, that was the housekeeping. We got the podcast. Video and audio form, we're everywhere. And I'd say one of the best ways to communicate with us is either leave a comment down below on YouTube or tweet at us, because I'll start checking Twitter, I promise. Yeah, like if you guys got some comments,
I'm on Twitter every day.
Some feedback, Twitter, the Nerdentials, we're on Twitter. If you guys don't want to go to the extensive lengths of a website or an app, just go on your favorite Twitterverse and look up at Nerdentials. There we are. Message us or tweet at us there for any and all feedback, comments, or otherwise. But guys, that's going to do it for that. Let's jump into our main primary topics for TV talk. First off, let's do this thing. Let's do the thing. Let's get into TV talk. Wow, I had my head volume up max. That was so loud. I apologize to either of you if that hurt.
Yeah, we were going to TV talk, and it was like, TV, rape my ears, please. It was fantastic.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It was bad. It was loud. All right, guys. So today, usually we try to squeeze in some news or even some reviews, but today we're doing some methodical trailer reactions to some exciting upcoming projects. I feel. Which way do we want to go, guys? Do we want to go Marvel or Tolkien first?
Tolkien.
I would agree.
Okay.
Let's address the elephant in the room.
Yeah. Yep. We've talked about this at length for a while, so it's queued up. We're ready to talk about it. All I know is let's preface this by saying the highlights of things we covered about this before in the early episodes of this development is that Jeff Bezos of Amazon Prime dumped a sweet, cool
400 and something million in it.
Well, yeah, maybe in total 200 million just to get the rights from the Tolkien estate to use the franchise, to make a show based in the franchise. 200 plus million just to do the thing. Then he had to hire a writer's room, plug in a nice extensive budget, and I think their hope or goal is somewhere around a 5-season setup. Nothing's officially confirmed until the first season comes out. See how things go, but we have a first season order for this thing. It was in production for quite a while, and we finally have a teaser trailer for said Amazon Prime original series, The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. This is said to take place over 1,000 years prior to the Hobbit trilogy and the Lord of the Rings trilogy. So all the original J.R.R. Tolkien book material that was officially published, this is 1,000 years before all those events. 1,000 years before Bilbo Baggins, 1,000 years before Frodo. Now, in this fiction, we know elves live very long in this fiction, over 1,000 plus years, and we know that there is a young Galadriel that was hired because Cate Blanchett, wonderful actress, played the infamous Galadriel of elvish nature in the original trilogy. They hired a younger one because this is supposed to be 1,000 years ago, but she was still alive 1,000 years ago. She's just a little bit younger at the time, you know. I think quite a few people we know, if you guys are hardcore fans of The Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit, you know a little bit of that. We're going to react to this trailer. And guys, this is... Honestly, I'm gonna put it this way. This is Amazon Prime's answer to HBO's Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is done and over with. Where's our next medieval fantasy? Well, let's see how we feel about this trailer, guys. We got a 1-minute teaser, so without further ado, if y'all are ready, we are going to react to that. Let me cue it up right now.
Let's get to it. Of power.
Like this part here, it's beautiful.
There's wonders
Absolutely beautiful.
beyond our wandering.
Some very high production, which we hoped and expected.
It's when the outfits come into concern where I have my issues.
We'll talk. There's some things, yeah.
Yeah. Like this
For the
right
fellowship.
here. Amazing.
All of it looks wonderful.
It does.
Oh. Man, it is so brief. September 2nd. There we go, guys. September 2nd. We're gonna
Like despite my gripes about the outfits and stuff, I'm really excited about it. It's just one, the Dwarven Queen needs to have a fucking beard, and it can be lush and beautiful and perfect. That's fine as long as it's there. As long as it's there.
I was gonna bring that up too, because and here's the thing: it's not just like it's not about the book fans. In the original movies, Gimli, the dwarf Gimli, verbally mentions while going through the Mines of Moria, he's like, if you were to, so I don't have the exact quote, but he says something along the lines of, if the female dwarves are nearly indistinguishable from the men. Yeah. This is almost the quote that he gives. You know what I mean?
Basically. And the other thing is that the dwarven artistry, even like 1,000 years prior,
right there, her
art, or like her jewelry, her bangles, everything like that. Like dwarven artistry is very Art Deco, like 20s Americana, like that very angular, sharp edges. Whereas it's so rounded and generic looking, it looks like a human would wear this rather than a dwarven queen, someone of nobility. Yeah. And also, her fucking beard would have the perfect canvas
complementary to it
for like beard jewelry. This would be the time to do it, and it would have been fantastic. And I feel like it's a missed opportunity, especially for a $400+ million budget when the original movie had a $93 million budget. But that's just my gripes. Like, I don't have any problem with, like, I've seen some shit on the internet that's really bad.
Yeah.
And they need to shut the up. But my, like, just outfit design and the beard. That's all I want. Because dwarves are some of my favorite characters in Tolkien.
This has been touted as the single most expensive TV show ever produced.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a
elven
fantastic...
armor doesn't look as elven as it should. Last part.
It's a fantastic... No, you're fine. It's a fantastic selling point, but holy shit. A lot of Hollywood and television production companies have learned really well in the last few years that you're going to pull something that has a huge fandom or a huge fan base, a huge fandom based origin. You can't shorthand it. You gotta go in deep, even on the stuff that's silly. And for a long time, before Marvel movies became what they were, the studios were afraid to do superheroes in tights because they said it looked ridiculous on film. But holy shit, you do it right and you do it respectfully and you do it in a great way. It's been proven so far in the last 5 years. It's been proven. Deadpool proved you can have a rated R superhero film and have it unbelievably successful. Marvel movies have proved you dive deeper into the fandom, you're going to succeed as long as it's a great story. Just don't the imagery of the fandom, because that's where the internet gets sour, because the loudest people are the hardest of fans. The vocal group that gets heard the most is always the minority. And I'm not diminishing fandom by saying that, but the vocal minority is heard the loudest on any concept, any belief, religion, fandom, doesn't matter. Yeah. The vocal minority. If you're vocal, you're heard more than the people that are just like, meh, it's fine. The people that complain are the people that are heard the loudest, and your fans are the ones that are going to be the loudest. The hardest core of fans are going to be the loudest.
Yeah.
So if you do wrong by them, you're going to sour your promotion to the casual audience.
Yep.
And if you have a shitty story, you're going to sour your selling point even to the casual audience. You need to appease the fans and have an incredible story. If you get those two put together, that's where you get the Marvel gold that we've seen for the last 10 years. Ooh, hit my headset there. Ryan, you mentioned Elven stuff. I just wanted to let you finish your thought. It was a little bit of a rant I did.
I've looked at a lot of the screenshots of other trailers and stuff, and I think, I'm not sure if it's Galadriel, but you see an elven woman in very human-like armor, whereas in like the original movies, I know this is 1,000 years prior, but the original movies, their leather armors had like a very like feathery, leafy motif. I don't know if it's trailer, but
that shouldn't matter. I'm just playing it in the background while we talk about it, because maybe as we look at it, we'll see a little bit more. But
like the armor you see her in, and this is an elven woman, is like heavy plate armor, which is very un-elven, and it looks like a human smith would have made it. And maybe a human smith did for this particular character,
possible.
But just seeing an elf outside of like this, I mean, I'm fine. Yeah. Like you could wear plate armor and whatnot, but make it look a little elven. Like try.
Right. No, so we watched this trailer like 2 or 3 times now as far as the conversation goes, but
like I'm definitely excited for it. I really am. It's just I want them to pay attention to those little details that make the world so special.
Yeah, no, and I hope they do. And I truly, like, I know Jeff Bezos is the head of all of Amazon, so I know he's not necessarily
Lex Luthor, you mean?
I know he's not the man sitting behind the desk of the studio that's actually working on it, but he is aware of all the purchases they make. Like, he is the guy that says, yes, let's spend the money and grab that IP or grab that.
Yeah, he's going to want a good return on his investment. So that's why I think the story is going to save it.
Yeah.
That's what I really think. I think the story's going to save it.
And that's a good perspective to have, because I get it. Like, it's you Google anything about the show, and like the biggest topics is, fandom is in an uproar because the female dwarf doesn't have a beard, because that was Tolkien's.
That's not what they're up in roar about. I've seen those sites and it's bad.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, what I mean is that was like one of the very first
petty
things.
Shit like that.
It was one of the first things that popped up. Do you want to share any of the heavier things, or is it all petty? Were you just saying?
It's
is that all you were saying?
Very race based, and I don't want to go into that territory because those people can get for all I care.
All right, that's fine. No, if it's getting outside of the realm of artistic creativity, and we're bringing other things that should have nothing to do with it, then I full-heartedly agree with you, dude. We can move on. Full-heartedly. Nick, do you want to, in this moment, give a hot take on the teaser, or give us your thoughts? Real quick before the Lord of the Rings. Power? Yeah, before we move on.
It looks interesting. I do agree with some of the choices in costumes and stuff like that with Ryan. But I also agree.
Are you a little grieved that the female dwarf won't have a beard?
No, I gotta approach it as this is not Peter Jackson's. So
no, that's Tolkien lore. That's what me and sorry, dude. Not.
You know what I mean? This isn't Peter Jackson's Lord of the Ring. So it's gonna have a different feel. And I gotta wait to see what this director brings to it.
What direction they're taking with it. Sorry.
Yeah.
But hot take on the trailer as a whole. I mean, what's your excitement level with it? I mean, like
as you can see through me watching it, I was ecstatically snoring. I mean, that's because I'm tired.
We're recording late, friends, but
yes,
no one's gonna cover anything up. But
I worked really late. Sorry. No.
You're fine, dude.
it looks good. Plus, I've already seen the trailer, so I watched it during Super Bowl. No, it's
the first time we've seen it together and talked about it together. Yeah.
And everything's new when you're here.
Nicholas. Innuendo. I don't know, but let's stop.
What's in your window?
Nothing.
Me.
Nothing.
Anyway, no. What I'm getting at is it has been in the waiting for a long time. So
yeah, we reported on it like 4 years ago. Just about the acquisition itself. Just the rights to do it. I remember it was a 2017 episode on one of our podcasts that we talked about Jeff Bezos spending 200 something million just for the rights to do it.
All right. What else we got?
Hey man, we got one more trailer for this episode. I think it'd be a good capper and a conversational piece. Guys, we're going to cover a Marvel original series coming very soon. As the dog in the corner laps up the floor like he's ripping tile.
Sorry about that.
Is that Rudy?
No, that was
the puppy.
Oh
no, the puppy's not there, is she?
The labradoodle.
Oh.
All right, hold on. I'm going to cue this up. Guys, not to bury the lead. No, I did bury the lead. Sorry, but another TV spot on the Super Bowl. Another thing we're going to react to right now is Moon Knight, an original. Right now, it's considered the news is reporting it as a miniseries, and we're gonna, not sure, like your typical Marvel six episode miniseries is all that's been ordered of this IP. What we do know, though, speculatively, and we can talk, but let's save rumors for after the trailer, Nick, because I think you and me will both be able to share the conversation on that, because I've read a whole bunch, and I'm sure you are aware more than me about the comic book background of Moon Knight.
I know nothing.
We know that.
I see nothing.
Do you? Ryan,
I know nothing.
Now's your time to shine. Nothing? You're fresh on
I
this?
literally know
guy?
nothing other than that it's happening. And I've seen what he
Perfect.
looks like.
Perfect. That's going to be good for reaction and good for conversation. Nick,
I am the worst person
ready?
for reactions, though, because I have a blank bitch face all the time.
You know what? Stop with the bitch face. We're going to try. We're going to give it our all. We're going to do what we got. Do what we can. Nick, we're going to watch the 2.5 minute Super Bowl trailer.
2.5 minute.
2.5 minute. This is going to be long.
2.5 minute.
All I'll say is that.
Right.
As Ryan interprets my ASMR. Or rather interprets me. For our ASMR. Audience.
Sorry. I don't know why I did it, but I had to.
You know what? Don't care. It's late. We're feeling things.
It's that 2 a.m. loopiness, and I'm ready.
It was a moment, for it, sir, and we're ready for this. All right, guys. Let's. You know what? I got nothing else to say. We're just gonna jump right into this trailer. Oscar Isaac.
Ooh, I fucking love this guy. He's gonna be Solid Snake.
Okay. Also, he played Apocalypse in the one of the last X-Men films before Disney bought it. Not Apocalypse. Sorry, no Apocalypse. Yeah,
you were correct.
Apocalypse. Yes, I got it right. Okay, sorry, my bad. Ooh,
my nose is driving me nuts.
Apocalypse, and he played Poe Dameron in the Star Wars sequel trilogy 7, 8, 9.
Those
Poe
things.
Dameron. He's been doing a lot. He's one of those
really
guys,
making his mark in Hollywood right now.
He's doing a lot, and he's at the age in his late 30s where now's the time that you do as much as you can. if you want to be remembered in Hollywood, and he's doing that. So right now he stars in this as Moon Knight. We'll talk about the mythology after this. Let's raw reaction. Let's watch it raw, and Nick will give us the comic book details. Here we go. Moon Knight. Boom. Ready?
Do it live.
Go.
I can't tell the difference between my waking life and dreams. Day and night. It must be very difficult. The voices in my mind, in your head.
Ethan Hawke is in a Marvel film.
Chaos in you.
I'm excited.
Embrace it.
Original series.
Oh, that looks amazing.
Oh, it's
That's
a couple
it?
trailers.
Oh, okay,
no,
okay.
no. That was the teaser mixed in with the full trailer. My bad.
I have a sleeping disorder. I can't tell the difference between my waking life and dreams.
This is definitely mental, psychological. Oh,
What the Oh, I get it.
I think I'm losing it.
it takes place in London.
You're bloody useless.
We haven't seen Marvel characters in London yet.
This is weird.
I can't tell the difference between my life and dreams.
Oh, yeah, this is exciting.
Thank you.
What's the contact lens?
Hope you find it.
What's the contact lens? Because he's on the ground. Oh, shit.
Dude, what the This looks awesome. A fucking razor?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're alive. What's wrong with you, Marc?
Why did you call me Marc?
Oh, my
It must be
God.
very difficult. The voices in your head. There's chaos in you.
Oh, my gosh.
Embrace the chaos.
This is a show, guys. This is not a movie.
I'm so glad this is a show.
And like the Dark Knight, he's beating the shit out of people.
Oh, right.
Boom. Okay.
That looks fucking awesome.
Dude,
All right. For a little comic
give us the
history and to
spiel,
kinda
Nick,
give you
on who
an
he
idea
is.
of who the character is. The character, you may have heard a few names that they called him. One in specific, when she called him Marc. Moon Knight, aka Marc Spector, is an individual who suffers from multiple personalities and schizophrenia.
Multiple personalities. Whew.
So he and each one of these
Dissociative identity disorder.
yes,
Yeah, in the description, yeah, dissociative.
and like these personalities will take over at individual portions of his life, and one of them's filthy freaking rich. Another one, part of its time was like special forces, so he has all this training that he doesn't know about. But Moon Knight, his power is tapped into Egyptian gods, and he gets the power from depending on the time of the month because of the moon.
The
power,
moon.
the power
It's
of the
waxing
moon.
or waning.
Yes,
That actually plays into it, huh?
That's fucking
Yes.
cool.
he will be
Damn.
stronger closer to a full moon and weaker close to a eclipse.
So on
Yeah.
a full moon, you just got to not commit any crimes and be a good boy.
And he is another person who, in comic books, all his gadgets, weaponry type stuff are made out of vibranium.
Really?
But
Oh, what?
Yeah.
What?
I did not. I could figure that with like the moon fucking thing, boomerang thing he had.
Yeah, explain.
But
Like
even
that-
his armor is.
oh no, his armor is mystical. It actually
because
like how
I
Doctor
know
Strange's cape is.
There's an Egyptian god element to this, yeah?
Yeah, yes. And his powers, like I said, were derived from the Egyptian gods. He is insane, quite literally. But he was Marvel's version of Batman.
Mm-hmm.
I really like it, honestly. Like, I don't know a ton about Moon Knight. I just know that he kicks ass in a couple of the Marvel games that he's been in.
Ridiculous.
But I will definitely be fucking watching that.
And I like that they're leaning heavily into the dissociative disorder. I like good movies that are mind. Sorry for my language.
Same. There's some like Shutter Island is still my favorite movie of all time, even though I know everything that happens in it. Mind movies are the best.
Dude, Nick, that's what I was saying. Like during the trailer, like the way the teaser trailer was presented, and even the full trailer now that we've seen it plays out the same way. That I was like, this is like a psychological thriller movie, but we're gonna see this as a show.
And also, yes, that was Ethan Hawke.
Yeah. So,
oh my God, it's Ethan Hawke.
Nick, just to add a little more conversation to the nerd talk here, I do know, or we know, the world in the rumor mill knows that there's a handful of series being worked on, produced, and we know that there's quite a few characters that we might see make cameos in this show. Just want to throw a couple things out there and pick your brain on where you think this might lead. One thing we've heard is that Mahershala Ali, who has been cast by Kevin Feige to be this generation's Blade, which, if hardcore fans understand, that was the official first rated R Marvel flick to ever come out prior to MCU existence.
Honestly,
right?
If I had to pick a casting, I would have picked Mustafa Shakir from Cowboy Bebop and many other things. The dude who played Jet Black.
No, yeah. I think he's gonna be something else, though. I think
I really would have picked him for that, though, myself. That's just me, though.
Have you seen Mahershala Ali, though? Have you seen his face?
I like him a lot.
Doesn't he look like a young Wesley Snipes?
He does, but
I think that's why.
I think that's probably why they
went with that.
So I don't know.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I'll leave my. I don't have any like negative things to say about Ali, but I just think Shakir would have been a little better.
Unique,
not for look wise, but just I feel like he could pull off that like badass motherfucker role.
Right. So what I will say though is I know that as far as the rumor mill goes, we know that we've been told, leakers have stated that we're going to see a cameo of Blade somewhere in the Moon Knight series. There's also a rumor that we're going to see a Ghost Rider cameo. What? No casting yet, but rumors are we're going to see a Ghost Rider potentially. Definitely a Blade. That seems pretty strong.
And Dracula.
And Dracula has been rumored to be across multiple projects, specifically Moon Knight. And the ongoing theory, and Nick, I'd like you to give me your hot take on this, but the ongoing fan theory based on all these rumors is that Disney... Well, here, let me point out one other thing. I don't have the quote in front of me, but Kevin Feige said... I'd love to quote him right now, but I don't have the exact article where he said it. But when interviewed about Moon Knight, Kevin Feige stated, I'm paraphrasing, that Moon Knight would be different, would be darker, and that it is going to be intentionally visceral. Not the word visceral, but he basically was trying to. I don't know the exact quote. I wish I had it on me right now, but Kevin Feige himself has said Moon Knight is going to be a departure from classic Marvel. It's going to be darker than other properties have been. And I feel like this is, and what with the cameos coming, Blade, Ghost Rider, and others, there is a huge fan theory going around right now that Disney might be trying to set up I'm drawing a blank, Nick. Do you know what I'm talking about? I think I texted it to you a while back.
Dark stuff?
Yeah, dark stuff, but like a team up.
I don't remember what it's called.
The Suns, Midnight Sun. Where is it?
Your Midnight Suns is that's DC, I think.
No.
You're talking Howling Commandos?
No, god damn it. We'll might have to pause and cut for a second. Oh, also another rumor. The Punisher and Bernthal. What's the actor's name from Walking Dead? John Bernthal has been confirmed to be signed on to come back as the Punisher from the Marvel Netflix series by Disney. Like Kevin Feige
I was just talking about this.
Kevin Feige is going to bring him back for a cameo appearance in the Moon Knight. Where is it? Come on, I'm coming across it. Where is it?
You're right, Midnight Suns.
Yeah. And if you got it pulled up, tell me.
Midnight Suns are a team of heroes who come together to fight supernatural threats. The group has counted characters like Blade, the Punisher, Doctor Strange, Ghost Rider, the Moon Knight, and many other members.
Iterations of that. The Midnight Suns.
And
that was
the Black Knight.
Yeah, yes. Who was on Eternals, right? Yes. Black Knight was in Eternals, the movie that recently.
The character's name who becomes the Black Knight in the comic books was
Ryan Kuhn.
He's silly boy.
Now,
no.
the blade the Black Knight has is ridiculous. Just saying, it's one of the strongest weapons.
Kit Harington from Game of Thrones? Isn't he Black Knight? Yeah. Okay.
The man who's descended from the Toilet Man.
All there, guys. All there.
It all comes back to the toilet.
You hear what I'm saying? Like Netflix Marvel, the Netflix deal that happened a while ago with Jessica Jones, Cage, Daredevil, 3 seasons, Iron Fist, those 4 and Punisher, but those 4 teamed up for like a finale thing, and granted, it didn't go anywhere because this was before Disney bought before Disney decided, we're going all out with Disney Plus. Like, Netflix's thing ended. They had a contract, and Netflix still has the rights to keep showing those shows. But guys, Kevin Feige must be a fan of a lot of these actors, because a lot of these actors from the Netflix series, Kevin Feige's like, he's not going to bring on people unless he was a fan of it, because by and large, we know for a fact, and it's sad, but like S.H.I.E.L.D., I can't believe how long S.H.I.E.L.D. went, but it was a TV series that was clouded to connect with the films. And it was such a weird side project that it was successful on the network, but Kevin Feige has reportedly not wanting anything to do with it. The only related character on there now that the series is closed out after 7 flipping seasons, is Coulson from S.H.I.E.L.D. with Fury and Coulson, right? Coulson was in that show for 7 seasons, and that's I don't know how I feel about it, but it's really tragic that for whatever reason Marvel doesn't want to make those connections, because a lot of fans loved the Ghost Rider actor. There's no casting for Ghost Rider in the movies. I'm just saying, Nick, I like, regardless of your personal experience, what I've read and heard in podcasts and articles is that a lot of people loved the interpretation of Ghost Rider in S.H.I.E.L.D., but the show as a whole
I wasn't a fan, to be honest.
The show's over, is all I'm saying, and it's unfortunate, but the Marvel Studios didn't want to keep the connections going.
You know what? I'm gonna have to say something though. He was so good at portraying the Ghost Rider that I wanted Nicolas Cage back.
Damn. No, hey, we're honest here.
Is that awful to say?
No, I don't know.
I can't hear you, Ryan.
I'm gonna have to agree.
No, but if they do bring Ghost Rider in this year, we got to think: is it going to be Johnny Blaze? Is it going to be Bobby Reyes?
No, straight up, just bring Nicolas Cage back. Just straight up, bring him back.
A lot of people agree. A lot of people agree. The first film was okay.
Nostalgia is selling.
I think it's
the time.
Multiverse guys, hello.
Just one movie with him, and then bring in the next.
Pass the torch.
Yeah,
because there's Johnny Blaze, there's Carter.
Bring Sam Elliott with him.
Yeah.
Oh,
they're passing the torch together, multiverse style. That's gonna be great.
Damn, I was just gonna ask Nick, because you're a little more deep seated in like the comic book side. Is there a fan casting that you would want to see as Ghost Rider, or are you just hoping for an unknown? Because like some of the most successful Marvel films have started out with unknowns or almost unknowns. Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans, Captain America, Thor, Robert Downey Jr., an alcoholic druggie in Hollywood who eventually became the blockbuster playboy of Marvel. Like, holy shit. Is there a casting? Do you hope for a known or unknown?
I'm actually hoping for a known. There's actually been a request by a lot of people for a very well-known actor to play the next Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider, okay.
Yeah. And
I'm not aware.
Norman Reedus.
I like that.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. I have actually heard this rumor too, actually. And not to dismiss anything about his acting abilities, I love Norman Reedus. I love him in The Walking Dead. I was introduced. Saints. I was going to say Boondock Saints, one of my number one films of all time.
That canceled PT game.
I was introduced to him, and also it sucks. I mean, he's been interviewed, and a lot of actors like to play the avoidance game when interviewed. They're like, well, no deals have happened. I'm not against doing it, right? And that's kind of where he's at. Like Norman Reedus has claimed in interviews that he's not he's down for it or not against being cast for that. But a lot of fans are like, oh, he's a motorcycle fan, because I get one of the things that the S.H.I.E.L.D. show caused dissidence in with fans is the fact that they went with a flaming car instead of a motorcycle. A car instead of a motorcycle. Like, aside from the actor choice.
Well, it's just a matter of the vehicle of vengeance.
Yeah.
The Carver's was a horse, a flaming horse.
I know.
Johnny Blazes was what?
I know who I want to do it, and it's only because I feel like he kind of got the raw end of the deal in a different franchise from a different studio. And that is, I want Idris Elba to do it because we didn't get any more role in The Gunslinger, so why can't we have Idris Elba, the next Punisher of the wicked and penance-staring, flaming-skulled boy? I think he'd be the perfect man for it. And I didn't get any more role in, so I want him to be Ghost Rider. He'd do
Fair
a great
enough.
job.
On a side note, I rewatched The Suicide Squad in preparation for watching I love it too. In preparation for watching Peacemaker.
The issue is Idris Elba has already been in MCU.
Yeah, they can do it again.
No, wait,
pretend
hold
we're
on.
completely two different people.
Well, okay, and I have a couple examples right offhand that will point out both to the casual audience and remind you, sir, as a decent heavyweight fan of these things, of actors that have played dual roles within the same universe. Now, Idris Elba played.
If you're saying
Idris Elba, hold on.
Okay.
Nope, hold on. I know Josh Brolin. Yes,
that's
X-Men, Thanos, Cable. That's the obvious one. But no, hold on. Tell me, what's the two roles Idris Elba has already played?
No, I'm saying he's already played one in the MCU.
I know. Remind us.
Golden Eyes, Big Sword, Thor.
No, he did not play Heimdall.
No. Yes, he did.
He did.
He was Heimdall.
He was Heimdall. 100% all the movies he's in.
Seriously?
Yes. He gets killed.
God,
and this is why it's the perfect time to bring him back, because Heimdall's fucking pissed. Heimdall's fucking pissed, and now he's the Ghost Rider.
He doesn't need to be pissed to come back.
Dude, imagine Ghost Rider with Heimdall's ability to look anywhere at any time to know exactly where the you are to punish you with the penance stare.
I'm trying to think
God, it would be good.
Hold on, I'm trying to think of. Damn it, there was another.
Make our own Ghost Rider. Idris Elba. Heimdall.
Yes, you are all correct. My bad. Take my nerd card on that one.
It's okay. There's
a
list of movies.
Heimdall was a very secondary role though, and with little to no speaking parts. So
yeah, he did.
Someone I would love to see come back to the MCU in a different role, because they have a good one for it now, but give him a chance to come back in the actual MCU universe would be Thomas Jane.
Yeah. That would be cool. I'd love to see him again.
Fill us in.
Thomas Jane was the early 2000s Punisher with John Travolta.
Yep.
But he got caught smoking pot, and then they dropped him.
To be fair, though, that was way before like the catalysts took off.
But to be fair, he will always be the Punisher.
Yeah.
He was the best
Punisher.
Punisher.
Love John Bernthal's Punisher, but Thomas Jane looks like Frank Castle. Like, not just looks, he is Frank Castle.
All right. Fair enough.
And I love John Bernthal's. This was perfect.
Damn it. I had a solid thought on someone else that's done dual roles in Marvel. I'll preface it by saying this: that if the makeup, special effects, you do enough of that, you can play dual roles. Which again, I'll make the weak example that Josh Brolin playing Thanos, fully maked up with the ball sack for a chin, as Star-Lord put it, and then playing the scarred time-traveling Cable in the X-Men films, or no, Deadpool 2, sorry. Made for great dual character roles by the same actor. And we see a lot of back and forth between DC and Marvel, but even within the Marvel properties and X-Men aside, I think depending on the character and depending on the makeup and special effects, I think we all know this already, the ripping of the multiverse kind of allows this to be a super common thing that doesn't have to be restricted anymore. Like, Disney, Marvel Studios went into that whole plot line with Spider-Man knowing that that's what they were giving themselves by creating a story where the multiverse is ripped wide open, they gave themselves the opportunity both to retcon, correct, or make any previous fan who was ever upset about any version of anything in Marvel be able to just openly accept it as an alternate variation. Like, it's a super, super crazy money-making outcome to do that. It's just ridiculous. The Spider-Man No Way Home, spoiler warning, kind of don't care at this point because I haven't even been able to watch it in all its glory. But what they did in that film made all previous iterations of Spider-Man completely acceptable by fans. And not only that, Andrew Garfield's performance raised awareness for how much fans realized they loved Andrew Garfield, just not the films that were made.
Bunch of bandwagon bitches.
So much so that fans have pined for a Amazing Spider-Man 3 to be made.
Here's my favorite Spider-Man.
With Andrew Garfield, regardless of how the first two films did. I mean, commercially, critically.
It's insane. Before we ever do another live action Peter Parker Spider-Man, we need a Miles Morales live action.
Damn straight. I'm tired of Peter Parker and his fucking high school years.
Or
get some Miles Morales.
Go 2099.
That'd be cool.
Or is it 2066?
No, I think it's 99.
It's 99. Yeah. That's what's in the video game.
Just because he's so much more brutal.
Yeah.
So I will throw this out there just as an aside to that whole conversation is that fans are also clamoring so hard for Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, and Tom Holland to star in a triple Spider-Man fully led beginning to end. Like, fans are like raging online asking Sony, make this, blah, blah, blah. Sony will probably do it because they're all about money. So good luck to all of them. But I think just on a personal level and from other experts I've heard in the industry, I think Tom Holland is not going anywhere. He's still super young and super vibrant. They've finally finished his whole backstory. It took a trilogy of stories to give his entire backstory because he's still so young. He's in high school that he is going to sign on for at least 3 more films. A trilogy of him
as 3 years younger than me. He ain't that young.
Tobey Maguire was in his mid-30s when he was playing a high schooler.
True.
In the original
but that was the
Spider-Man.
norm back in the 2000s.
I know, but the point is he can be in his late 20s, but Tom Holland looks like he's 18. Visually,
like 15, but yeah.
There you go. That's my point.
With the reset, the way they did it, it opened it up to kind of line up with the comic books. He's no longer in school. He's going to start making money from a photographer.
Right. So, like, he's now at the age that we expect him to be, not in high school anymore, as far as the older generation of fans go. Because I think the biggest complaint from anyone our age is like, I'm so tired of seeing him in high school. We've spent 20 years with him in high school. Finally, Tom Holland, let's see some of you out on the streets trying to be an adult now. Now that there's no more Iron Man, now he's had his own, spoiler warning, I won't give away the deets in this podcast, but he's now had his own personal tragedy after the last film that now he can come into his own on the vehement mentoring from Multiverse Spider-Man. Tom Holland can now be a Spider-Man and not a Spider-Boy. He's had his personal you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, Nick? No, we know Spider-Man is not done. They have already casted Miss Webb.
Oh, I know, Madam Web.
Yeah.
Madam Web, I know Sony is trying to, they're like, shit, we need to get on this track. We need to get on this train. There's so much hype over this multiverse. We need to start throwing shit left and right. It's crazy, and I hope Sony doesn't fumble in the process of this because Marvel's not helping them produce everything. They're there for the Spider-Man. We don't know about these side projects. Morpheus. They're clearly setting up the Craven. There's castings for Craven. We know that they are trying to set up the Sinister Six. And especially with Madam Web, who, one of the most bizarre side characters ever in comic book history. Old lady that prophesizes visions of the future. And we know if you looked into it or read anything about it, we know they're casting a younger actress. So it's like, okay, well, hold up. Okay, so Madam Web is not going to be this half-blind old lady in a weird cavernous thing that they showcased in original Spider-Man animated series long ago, and she's just seeing visions. Is she what role is she going to play as a younger version of herself? It's so weird. Sony's trying to tackle this multiverse aspect and take any angle they can for side films.
Mm-hmm.
I have hopes for Morpheus because it's got Jared Leto.
Morbius.
Sorry. Morbius, not the Matrix Morpheus. I know, sorry, my bad. But you get what I'm saying. Like my brain doesn't have all the experience that yours does, Nick, but my brain's still in the weeds of all the rumors and castings of things that are coming. And I just hope Sony doesn't get so bloated in its dream of excitement with the success of this film and just splooge a bunch of side films that are meaningless. They got lucky with Venom, and they did a good job with Venom too.
Luck. It's Venom.
I'm saying they did a good job with it. They did. Sure, but they could have it up.
That's possible.
I'm saying it's Sony trying to make a buck, and thankfully they did good with those. And they've worked with Marvel to make Tom Holland's Spider-Man work. I hope they don't piss it all away on some side films that don't make any sense. That's all. And I'm excited for it. I want to see it happen. I want to see these side stories unfold. But anyway, I digress. This was a really crazy tangent from the Moon Knight trailer we left off with. But
you know what we need? We need a live-action Spider-Man noir.
Yes.
Noir. You know what? Spider-Verse did such a good job at a wide variety of those things. And that came from Sony too, so I feel like Sony has a little bit of confidence because of that.
Okay, did you guys see Brightburn?
Nope, but I know what it's about.
I started it. I know. Okay. Is that James Gunn? Was that James Gunn?
I don't remember, but it was the horror version of if Superman.
Yeah. I think that was James. That was James Gunn produced, not directed, but produced. He helped produce it. Yeah.
There are so many Spider-Men in the Spider-Verse. I think what we need now, which we have never seen, which would be awesome, is do a horror version of it where the Spider-Man's actually evil, and there's actually a version where he eats Aunt May and like kidnaps MJ and implants her with a whole bunch of like spider eggs and shit.
Oh my god!
If they went horror on it and went that way, I think that would be freaking awesome.
Holy shit.
Like the new age version of The Fly, but with Spider-Man, Peter Parker.
Holy shit.
I'd watch the out of that.
Am I not? It sounds morbid and stuff, but we love our horror movies. And if they went horror with Spider-Man, it would be awesome.
I get it. If they did it right, yeah, that's holy shit. I know we talk about dark versions of all sorts of heroes, and evil Superman, visceral Wolverine, old man Logan ripping people apart. Like, man, that's why. Okay, just to bring it back full circle, that's why I'm excited about Moon Knight, dude. In the trailer, we saw him relentlessly punching someone on the ground, and like most heroes, one punch, he's knocked out, he's done. But no, this was like Daredevil street level violence. This was Batman street level violence. This was Moon Knight is hitting someone repeatedly with his fists.
Oh yeah, and by the way, Moon Knight strength-wise is stronger than Captain America. So if that was a human being, that person's dead.
Maybe
the way he was hitting them.
but But that's the thing is like Kevin Feige was quoted as saying they're not pulling any punches with Moon Knight, meaning Kevin Feige is like, I understand. He's basically saying, I know I've made all of Marvel very family friendly as far as the MCU goes, but Moon Knight is going to be that first iteration where they go a little darker. And guess what? Adult Marvel fans are singing praises because not only
begging for this.
It's not.
Yeah, not
Eternals. Eternals. They actually had a sex scene for the first time.
I know. I've heard mixed feelings about that. Like I haven't seen it, but it's called a sex scene because someone gets intimate in a bed with someone. I don't know how much they show, Nick. Maybe you could.
No, they cut it out quite a bit. But...
I was gonna say Nick's like
okay,
the only person
what
I know
level,
that's seen that show.
PG-13. Where do you place that?
Yeah. Well, the reason why I'm probably one of the few people that that's actually seen the movie is because it was the worst out of all MCU movies they've released.
I didn't even know it was a movie. I thought it was a TV show.
No. I know, sadly.
Like that's how little I cared about it.
Right after Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Eternals came out. And both movies, they were supposed to be in theaters, and they were, but limited because of COVID, unfortunately. Oh, there's that word.
COVID?
No,
something?
but question. Yeah, COVID. Yeah,
COVID.
I said it. COVID.
Yes, I COVID things.
Oh, COVID? No, that's a different word.
COVID.
No, Nick. Eternals. There's a point we were getting with this. I know there was a point we were making. The sex scene, adult content, things we're hoping for, violent. Moon Knight being darker than most shows. Like, yay! This is what adult Marvel fans have been looking for, is a slightly darker side to Marvel because it's there in the comics.
It makes me laugh though. Everyone, they want the darker side of it, but when Zack Snyder makes a dark DC universe, everyone loses their freaking mind.
That's because everyone else is fucking bitches. I love Zack Snyder.
No. That is Nick, that is such a different conversation. It has to be, because that is such a shallow point to make unless we go into it. We'd have to go into it for it to make sense, because the Snyder cut was hated by the studio. When fans got to actually see, that's what fans want. The problem with DC is that they don't stick to one thing. They just try to go for the most commercially viable version, and because they interfere constantly, it becomes a project. One of the most beloved versions of the live action movies is the Snyder Cut, and we will talk about that another time. We need to talk about that another time because we've been going on way too long. We're trying to wrap up the Moon Knight.
2:30 in the morning.
Bro, I know. We're close. We're about 15 minutes shy of breaking our streaming record of 4+ hours. Our record, by the way, with when we talked about the Snyder Cut, was 3 hours and 50-something minutes. And I remember at the end of that, Ryan was like, dude, 12 more minutes and we're going to be at something 4 hours plus. We're going to be longer than the movie is what he was saying.
Right.
And we broke that record with our last recording where we covered all 3 topics. We hit 4 hours and 2 minutes. And that was without the Patreon episode. You realize we got an hour of Patreon getting cut out of this. So we've only recorded for YouTube 3 hours worth. So we're going to conclude TV because I know you are dying and suffering, and I'd love to have a longer conversation about Marvel adult content. Yay! Moon Knight's the closest thing we're going to get right now to something a little more visceral and a little more Batman-oriented. By the way, we've got The Batman coming that has been talked about for literally 4 years now on the podcast.
Oh, God.
From Matt Reeves. Matt Reeves, The Batman. The conceptualization. Back when Paul was still on our podcast, we were talking about directors and creative control and how WB is not listening to directors, and Matt Reeves is like, oh, like so-and-so, I'm backing off. And holy shit, 5 years later, we're finally getting Matt Reeves as the Batman. We're going to talk about that next time, guys. Next week, we're going to dive into that because it's going to be in theaters literally probably before we record next.
Is it that soon?
It's in March. It's really soon. No, damn. hopefully we record next week. It's not going to be out before next week.
I can't wait.
It's exciting. It looks amazing. It looks dark. It looks visceral. It's separate. It's like Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan did his own thing, a trilogy of films that was separate from everything else. And Matt Reeves is doing the same thing, a separate thing from everything else, even though WB is still trying to do the connected. Anyway, yeah. I know. I'm dragging Nick through the life of death post being awake. So here's what I'll do. I'm good for some bullshit afterwards, but let's wrap up the episode for Nick's sake. Yeah. And if you're still awake, I'll chat for a minute or two. But
I got a couple minutes, but I'm starting to feel it too myself because I haven't had any caffeine.
You're fine, dude. I'm not trying to ask you to stick around. But let's close things out for all of our sakes. Oh, there goes the mic. I swung it too far.
Let these fine people have a good day or night whenever they will listen to us.
Yeah, and we got some Patreon bonus content to boot. I'm excited about throwing that out there. Woohoo. Hour worth fully. All right, so, guys, we reacted to The Moon Knight, a TV show coming to Disney Plus. Marvel. Disney Plus. Tangents aside, I'm going to keep a lot of that in because it's related and we love our fandom. And then we reacted to what came before that?
Lord of the Rings.
Oh, that thing. God, that was a minute ago.
Yeah, that was a while ago. But yeah,
all with it.
Are you sure you're not falling asleep?
No, my cognitiveness is slipping, not my alertness. I'm wide awake, sir. Wide awake. I just can't keep track of everything we've covered because it's been 4 hours. We've streamed for 4 hours, friends. 4 hours. Imagine uploading a 4-hour episode with everything included and no cuts. Oh, man. I don't know if anyone would enjoy that. We joke about that. Guys, thanks for watching. We're going to wrap things up now. And if you're still here, you must be a fan. And we love you deeply.
I love you if you're most.
Oh, shit. Ryan's making this a competition.
Yes, always.
I'll claim to love you the most, but I can't guarantee it's true. Ryan seems
he might love you more. I don't know.
Ryan seems to be in the lead for that, but that's just because of his sexiness. I won't pinpoint one feature. We'll just call it his sexiness. Yeah, we're going to leave it at that, but you know what? I'm sorry. It's so late. I don't care to make proper jabs or innuendos or jokes. We're just going to leave things as is.
We're just going to do what we do.
As we do. This has been episode 121 TV Talk. I doubt I said it at the beginning of this, but if you stuck around long enough, just know you're on episode 121. And if you've been around this whole time, congratulations. Clap, clap, clap. You've made it to 121 episodes of our bullshit. And if you're still a fan or want to become a bigger fan and have a few extra dollars here and there, for as much as $1, you guys can become Patreons or patrons. Not sure the terminology, but go to patrons. Go to patreon.com/Nerdentials to see the completely, I guess I can't say completely because I need to leave my kid out of this, but nearly completely uncut version of this. Uncensored. We'll call it uncensored version. And or if you guys would like to see the pre-show, post-show, mostly pre-show, because I don't know how much longer we'll be on post, but pre-show, we talk at length for almost an hour. You guys get an hour-long bonus on patreon.com. An hour-long bonus this week if you guys are subscribers. For as little as $1.
Have been fans for this long, I recommend seeking immediate psychiatric help. But that's
some of us should take this advice, but only if you need it.
I'm completely joking. No.
If you guys like nerdy talk and you've been around this long, we thank you just the same. And if you guys want to support us in other ways that are not related to hitting thumbs up, dinging the bells, hitting subscribe, or other inactive, indirect ways, and you want to support us monetarily, go to patreon.com/Nerdentials and consider subscribing for the bonus content. There's some funny, amazing bonus content if you guys are entertained at all by us in the present content. So, guys, thanks for watching. We've had a wonderful time talking TV crap.
It was fun.
And it has been fun. Next week, we'll do the same.
Well, not the same. We'll actually review TV shows we've watched.
Sorry. We'll include some reviews next week. And if any new trailers drop, we'll react to those too. Because trailer reactions are often fun. And talking about rumors is even more fun. I like doing that. That was new for us, talking rumors and shit. It's been good. Guys, Nick, Ryan, it's been good. It's been fun. Listeners, we're going to end it here. Thank you for watching. For myself, Nick, and Ryan, this has been your Nerdy Essentials. And as always, nerds, we'll see you on the other side.